Championship deciding day, Italian F4 Championship. Welcome everyone to round 6 of the season, race 2. We say championship deciding day, we're not quite out of the last round yet, but it looks like that will be the case as we get ready to go racing today. Welcome everyone to race 2 of the season. Our first time visiting the circuit to Barcelona-Catalunya, and what a first race we had for the championship here yesterday. 10 years ago, it was the Italian F4 Championship kicked off, and we visited for the first time here and had an absolutely cracking race yesterday. I'm sure we're going to get much more of the same today. The man in the middle of your frame, Freddie Slater, just 3 points he needs to confirm himself as the Italian F4 champion today. And if he finishes in that first place, as long as Prema Racing have a car within that top 3, they will be confirmed teams champions as well. Freddie Slater and Jack Beaton, they will be our front row. Freddie now going for his 13th win, a record equal in 13th win in this championship. Jack Beaton going for his first. Hiyu Yamakoshi and Keen Nakamura Berta, they will be row 2. And then we had Akshay Bora and Jean-Marco Pradel, row 3. Gustav Jonsson and Edu Robinson, row 4. Maxim Rem and Kabir Anurag after first points yesterday will be confident on row 5. Alex Powell can take a big step forward to getting closer to securing himself as rookie champion after Thomas Stolchamanis had a DNF yesterday. Rashid Al-Daheri and Lucas Samalisto will be row 7. Emanuele Olivieri and Lynn Houdenius will be row 8. Ethan Ishia and Maximilian Popov in good form will be row 9. Dion Gauda is going to be next. Had some good side-by-side racing yesterday. The Prema Racing driver alongside Rino Francot, Davide Larini and Kai Darianani next. And then it's Enzo Ye and Alexander Bondarev. Debut weekend for Sasha. Likewise, Hudson Schwartz alongside Inea Frey. And then we have Alexander Savinkov and Everett Stack next. Andrea Kostic comes next alongside Luca Vilsorenu. And then we have Nathaniel Barabi and Gabriel Holguin on the back row. So that is our 32 drivers, as we mentioned, for Freddie Slater with that 12th win yesterday. Took a very big step closer to confirming himself as the Italian F4 champion. Just needs 3 points, and that's if Hiyu Yamakoshi is to go and win this race. If that's not to happen, then he is confirmed, all but the champion. For Prema Racing, if they have a car in the top 3, then that will seal the deal for them as well as teams champions. In terms of the rookies, that cannot be decided in this race. It was a real shame, Thomas Stolchamanis getting caught up in a first lap incident yesterday, which really affected his challenges in terms of closing the gaps to Alex Powell. Alex Powell, if he can get a first and a second today in terms of the rookie standings, then it looks like he will confirm himself as the rookie champion. So for Alex Powell, that's what he will be looking to do. However, Alex does not start within that top 2 in terms of the rookies. Keen Nakamura Berta is our lead rookie, starting P4. Edu Robinson is our second rookie, starting P8. Maxim Rem will be 3rd, and then it's Kabir Anurag, and Alex Powell is starting 5th. So has to make up a few places, Alex, if he wants to do that, but can get a lot closer. Oh dear, we have a staller, and that is the number 17. A brief staller for Alexander Bondarev, but gets going. Sasha Bondarev, as he's otherwise known, did very well yesterday. The Ukrainian became the first Ukrainian FIA karting European champion after a huge incident in 2022. Hugely inspirational story. Sasha Bondarev signed for the Williams Academy and became the first Ukrainian to sign for a junior F1 program as well. Very excited to have him here, no doubt, ahead of what could be a full campaign next season. And great pace to be inside the top 20, 19th on debut. Great racing up and down yesterday. The result was Freddie Slater took the win. It was a shame for Akshay Bora, who sadly stalled from the front row from pole position. Did get going eventually, but was way back eventually. So let's see what Akshay can do from P5. He'll be out for redemption today. Jack Beaton finished second, but kept Freddie Slater very honest. If Jack Beaton can get a good launch from P2, he can give Freddie Slater a run down to that first corner. Hiyu Yamakoshi made good progress coming up the order. Didn't quite manage to close the gap to the top two in the end. Dropped back in the latter stages, but finished P3. Gustav Jonsson P4. Alex Powell was P5 and the top rookie. And that really took a big step forward for him in terms of the rookie championship. And then it was Maxim Rem, Kabir Anurag, Dion Gauda, Maximilian Popov, and Jean-Marco Pradel was next after that. So that was the top 10 yesterday. Alex Powell leads the rookie standings ahead of Thomas Stochamanis and Keen Nakamura Berta, Maxim Rem and Popov. Freddie Slater, our leading driver in the championship, ahead of Hiyu Yamakoshi, Akshay Bora, Jack Beaton, Alex Powell, Nakamura Berta, Jonsson, Aldeheri, Stochamanis and Gauda. For Freddie Slater, this will be a case of getting it over the line now, and he'll want to do that in style, I imagine. If he can get that 13th win today, he will match the record of Andrea Kimi Antonelli for 13 wins in a winning season. That's what Andrea Kimi Antonelli got when he was crowned champion in 2022, and what an achievement that would be for Andrea Kimi Antonelli to go and take that 13 wins to match the record set by Andrea Kimi Antonelli. We all know where he is going next season. He showed such composure, hasn't he? But Jack Beaton wants his first. And then we got Hiyu Yamakoshi, the ever-improving, next. Keen Nakamura Berta had to go through the escape route, had a little bit of a kerfuffle after a restart, so he'll be out for a vengeance today. And then Akshay Bora didn't really get a shot at it yesterday. This is round 6, this is race 2. Chris McCarthy here for you to call you through all the action in Salverstream. Not with us for this round. He's watching from Sarno, no doubt, though. He's covering the WSK karting action over there. He'll be back with us for the last round. 30 minutes plus a lap of action coming up. This race 2 of 3 for the weekend. F1 point style scoring system. 32 out there. The rookies score their own points. Freddie Slater looking to confirm himself as champion and Prema as teams champions. Here we go. Lights coming on. Jack Beaton to the left of screen. Freddie Slater to the right of screen. And we are go for race 2. Not for Jack Beaton, though. He has stalled it on the line. Oh, dear. And he's not the only one. Multiple cars. There's 3 cars who collided at the back there. We've got the number 77 is one of them, which is Enzo Ye, and Freddie Slater will take us down to the first corner, but we won't be at racing speed for much longer. 4 cars stationary on the start-finish straight as we see the field heading round the first few corners now. Freddie Slater it is ahead of Hiyu Yamakoshi, making their way through the first few turns. Hiyu Yamakoshi has took advantage of Jack Beaton, a slow-starting Jack Beaton. The number 9 was another car involved. Everett Stack there also involved, just trying to identify the other car involved on that start-finish line incident there. The 77 and the 9, certainly the two cars involved. But we can see the leaders heading their way round now. And up toward, it looks like Nathaniel Betterby might be one of them as well. Safety car is out. As the marshals just look to get to the drivers. Here we go, so look towards the back. There you can see multiple stallers. Oh dear, there we go. So it's, we've lost Enzo Ye. There we go, that's the incident. Enzo Ye, looks like Bondarev hasn't come through. Enia Frey, Stack and Bereby all did not come through. I can see Bereby's car. Bereby out of the car. Everett Stack likewise, and climbing out of the car now also Enzo Ye. So all drivers out of the car, Nia Frey out the car as well, and the marshals out of picture are just getting to work now and just moving those cars away. Drivers are all out of the cars, and there is confirmation on the screen for you now. Well, it was just a case, I think, from Everett Stack of trying to get out the way, and unfortunately, an oncoming Nathaniel Berrabi just had nowhere to go. A real unfortunate incident that. I mean, these are for Italian F4, for people new to the championship. This is the entry level to single-seater racing. Drivers as young as 15, 16 years old racing in this championship, fresh out of karting. And for some of them, they haven't really had too many goes at a race start. They might be their first full season, but these are their first full seasons of doing single-seater racing. It is just a case of learning. Sometimes these incidents happen, even at the highest level. So the safety car will take us through the pit lane. We will get that incident cleared up. May take a couple of laps. We've got 4 cars to take off the track there. So Freddie Slater leads then, having got past. I'm just trying to identify, Jack Beaton dropped all the way to 24th as a result of his slow start. Did get going eventually. Hiyu Yamakoshi took advantage of that from P3 and went through to P2. Akshay Bora, much better start for him today, moves to P3. Keen Nakamura Berta where he started, but the lead rookie in P4. Jean-Marco Pradel P5. Gustav Jonsson in P6. Maxime Rem in P7. I can see now coming through pit lane looks to be Alexander Bondarev. So something happened to Bondarev as well. Has just come through pit lane. That's a shame. Bondarev did a really good job yesterday, but misfortunes for Bondarev today. Struggled to get off the line on the formation lap. So I don't know if there's a problem with Bondarev's car or if he's been caught up in another incident, but will be revealed after the race, I guess. But Bondarev has a chance, as long as he's on the same lap, to catch up the pack here. The marshals are, the recovery vehicle, I can tell you, is out and will get the cars cleared up. It might just take a little bit of time, as we do have 3 cars to clear up, but the marshal team are quickly getting to work, and we thank the marshals for all their work throughout the Italian F4 and Euro 4 championship season. Freddie Slater, let's go back to the order, shall we? Freddie Slater leads from Hiyu Yamakoshi, Akshay Bora 3rd, Keen Nakamura Berta, our lead rookie, in 4th, Jean-Marco Pradel 5th, Gustav Jonsson has come through to 6th, Maxime Rem in 7th, and then it is Alex Powell in 8th place, Thomas Stolchamanis, much better start today, 9th, Rashid El Daheri in 10th. That's the order so far. We will stay behind the safety car for the time being. There are 2 recovery vehicles currently out to clear this incident up. So a thank you to the marshal team who are working as quickly as possible to get us back to racing speed as quickly as they can. Whilst they do that, we will continue to go through pit lane so they can get to work with the start-finish straight currently blocked. Well, let's remind you of the calendar for next year. Whilst that is happening, that has been revealed. We will start our season, our Italian F4 season. The calendar has been revealed for both the Italian F4 and Euro 4 championships. Italian F4 will kick off on the 2nd to the 4th of May at Misano, and then later that month on the 23rd to the 25th of May we will go to Vallelunga. Some familiar tracks on this which have been present ever since we started in 2014, 10 years ago now. Monza will then host round 3 a month later on the 20th to the 22nd of June, and then a month after that we will have Mugello for round 4, 11th to the 13th of July. Euro 4 will kick off just a week later, on the 18th to the 20th of July at Le Castellet. And then we go to Imola on the 1st to the 3rd of August for round 5 of Italian F4. And then Euro 4 has its second round at Mugello on the 12th to the 14th of September. And then we back-to-back that with the next round, round 6 of Italian F4, back here at Barcelona, 19th to the 21st of September. Bit of a break, and then we conclude Italian F4 at Misano on the 10th to the 12th of October, and then we'll conclude Euro 4 just a couple of weeks later, 24th to the 26th of October at Monza. So you can get all the details of that. Will we see? I'm sure we'll see plenty of returning faces and plenty of new faces as well. Some stepping in for a couple of rounds, Euro 4 in this championship. But we had fabulous racing in the WSK championships this year, in the, like I said, the WSK Euro Series, the WSK Supermaster Series as well. And we will see plenty of drivers stepping in from those championships ready to go as that now approaches the end. Ian Salverstream over with WSK this weekend. And as they get ready to conclude their seasons, drivers will be thinking about plans for their next season. And I'm sure going into our final round, we may see 1 or 2 new faces popping in to get an eye in for a full campaign next season. And of course, rookies will become full-time drivers. It's always that time of year where we get a look towards next season and start to welcome even more drivers. We're almost there, by the way, in terms of an update on the clear-up. 1 car has now gone, 2 more are on a recovery vehicle. So I'd say 1 more lap and we should be good to go. Possibly 2, if there is some work to do on the circuit. Let's look back at our champions, shall we? We could be crowning another today if the race is to finish as it is. Lance Stroll became our first champion in 2014. Lance Stroll, of course, racing in Formula 1 and took 7 wins in doing so as well. Became the champion at race 15. It was quite an effort from Lance, really. Ralph Aron in 2015. Ralph moving into more of a management role at the Prema team, particularly on the endurance side. His brother Paul Aron racing in Formula 2 and competing for the championship there. He had a great campaign when he then went on to race in Formula Regional as well. Marcus Seibert, who I believe is here this weekend in GTs, 2016 champion with Genza. Genza actually have Matthias Zagazzetta here this weekend. Shout out to him, racing with coaching with the team this weekend after he became the first Peruvian driver to get on the podium in Formula 3. He's here this weekend, helping the team out. Genza, they took their title with Marcus Seibert in 2016. Marcus Armstrong in 2017, now racing stateside at the highest level. Enzo Fittipaldi, 2018, now racing in Formula 2. Dennis Hauger, likewise, went on to become a Formula 3 champion shortly after he won in 2019. And Dennis Hauger then went on to Formula 2. Enzo Fittipaldi, of course, had success at Formula Regional level himself as well. Gabriele Mini won in 2020 and then had great campaigns in FRECA, was a vice champion and now a vice champion in FIA Formula 3 as well. We all know how that went down. Last lap, last corner showdown. What a absolute fantastic result with Leo Fornaroli as well, who he was actually fighting for that title with as well. So quite a story there, how that looped round. Ollie Behrman, 2021 champion. He's the only British driver to win. He could have that statistic changed today. He won with Van Amersfoort Racing. Joined Dennis Hauger in doing that. Ollie Behrman. And Ollie Behrman signed for Haas for next year. And deservedly so as well. The only driver, of course, to score 2 points, have 2 points finishes with 2 different teams in his first 2 races. And what a career he is having. Ollie Behrman had a great season in FIA Formula 3 when he stepped straight up, and Formula 2 he's had some wins this year and of course, he's done what he's done in Formula 1. Kimi Antonelli won in 2022, then won both the Middle East and European FRECA titles, and now getting wins in Formula 2 as well, likes of Silverstone and Hungary. Kasper Stuka won last year as well in 2023, and that was enough to see him move up to FIA Formula 3 with MP Motorsport, and with the backing as well, with Formula 1 backing. Kasper Stuka, the Polish driver, the only Polish driver to win the championship. Okay, the track is clear, but we didn't get it clear enough in time for the safety car to be at a place to pull over, so I think we will do one more tour of the circuit. That's why we will do it, is what I meant to say there. Thank you for bearing with us on this one. We need to, our priority in these situations is to get the track in a safe condition for the drivers to go racing, and for that we need to let the marshals and safety crews do what they do at a moderate pace, and they have got those cars back, I can see, into the Parc Fermé area. And on this lap, as long as they are happy now, as long as race control is happy, then I suspect the safety car will come in. But what an elusive list of champions that is. 6 drivers' titles for Prema Racing, 7 teams' titles for them. It could be a 7th driver's title today and an 8th team's title. If the flag were to go right now, that would be the case. But Hiyu Yamakoshi, right there, he's had some great battles with Slater this year. Akshay Bora out to try and get a win. Ki Nakamura Berta doing great stuff. A rookie, can he get himself onto the podium? Jean-Marco Pradel in 5th place, 12th in the championship, so he's in a very good position there. Gustav Jonsson's been doing some racing over in the UK this season as well. Gustav Jonsson there in 6th. In the break, he's been keeping himself busy, and I think that's reflecting in his performance so far. Maxim Rem, then Powell, Stolchemanis, Rashid Al-Daheri. Freddie Slater now controls the pace. Right, here we go then. Thank you for bearing with us. We're about to go racing once again. Slater went for it into the penultimate corner yesterday. Let's see what he does today. He now takes control of the pace of the Italian F4 field on race 2, round 6. Freddie Slater about to take us racing. Once again, we've had a safety car after an incident at the race start. That has now been cleared up. All drivers out the car. All cars safely cleared up. Freddie Slater, over to you to get us racing once again. And there he goes, just on time. Gets his foot down, round the penultimate corner, round the final corner, and look at that, he's absolutely nailed the restart. Hiyu Yamakoshi gives himself a gap over 3rd as well. We are back underway and racing here at the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya in Italian F4, and it's all going off a little bit further down the top 10. Move incoming there for P6. Now looks, I think that's Maxim Rem trying to make a move a little bit further down as we head through the first few corners. For the first time on the restart, someone bailing to take the escape road there. Great racing going on. Gianmarco Pradel is under pressure for P5. In fact, Gustav Jonsson trying to get himself on the attack as they head down towards turn 4 for the first time of this restart. Great restart for Slater. Very good for Yamakoshi as well. Bora has a gap. Ki Nakamura Berta has a gap side by side. Pradel and Jonsson into turn 5 as they head round now down the hill for the first time on the restart. Pradel on the defence, Jonsson on the offensive. Very good racing we had yesterday. I'm sure we're going to have much more today. Now we are back at full racing speed. Oh, someone running a little bit wide there. Once you get a wheel on that, it's hard to get yourself back off. Oh, is that Alex Powell trying to make a move on Maxim Rem? I think it might have been. It was certainly one of the Prema Racing cars going for it. There we can see Powell trying to make moves. Stolchemanis trying to make moves as well. Here they come around that long right-hander now in towards the final 2 corners. And it's all about getting a good exit out of turn 12 before you come into these final two corners. Get a good exit out of turn 12, you have a move on into turn 1. Slater has an advantage of 0.7 of a second over Yamakoshi. Bora may be looking slightly vulnerable for an attack on from Nakamura Berta. Jean-Marco Pradel next, and we're side by side in the background. There, Alex Powell making a move on Maxime Rem, that looked like. Possible change for P7 there, Alex Powell trying to go forward. Here they come, round now, Alex Powell in 8th place. See him there with a yellow crash helmet. Alex Powell has gone forward into 7th, so he has made that move now on Maxime Rem. Now Rem is under pressure from Rashid Al-Daheri in the blue and black livery. Al-Daheri goes round the outside. Oh, and he's going to put a little wheel off on the gravel. Al-Daheri now side by side coming down the hill. Stolchamanis in the red and white. Prema also involved in this as well. Look at Alex Powell. He's absolutely taken off in the red and white Prema. He is gone. Al-Daheri in the blue and white livery just behind. Then it's Stolchamanis in the red and white Prema. And behind that is Emanuele Olivieri. Leaders clearing off. Slater is gone. And there we go, move coming in there from Stolchamanis in the Prema racing car. Goes down the inside of Al-Daheri. Al-Daheri being brave round the outside, but I think we're going to see a move round the outside possibly here from Stolchamanis. Leaves the door open to Maximilian Popov there. Popov trying to get through, can't get through. Stolchamanis trying to line this one up on Rashid Al-Daheri. Will we see an attack down the start-finish straight? Here we go, down the start-finish straight. This is our battle for 9th place. Stolchamanis trying to get through and trying to get after his rookie title rival. Down the start-finish straight now. Looking in the background, do we see that move coming from the red and white Prema? Keep an eye out for it. No, he stays in the queue behind Rashid Al-Daheri. Sensible driving from a rookie driver to not go for it when the move isn't on. But once again, great driving. Hiyu Yamakoshi, fastest lap of the race. 1:42.411 for Hiyu Yamakoshi. And there is what it has done to the gap. It's brought it down to 0.6. Slater being kept very honest in this race from Yamakoshi. It was Jack Beaton doing that yesterday. It's Yamakoshi doing that today. Jack Beaton, a bad start for him, sadly, dropped him all the way down the order. Had a stall on the line, and Jack Beaton dropped all the way down the order, sadly, and out of contention for this race. So Yamakoshi took advantage. He's gone into 2nd. Now he's trying to go for the win. Akshay Bora 3rd, just dropping back slightly, and he's about 0.3 off the pace from these guys. But if they start battling, he's got a chance to close in. Do not count out Akshay Bora yet. Keen Nakamura Berta sat there in 4th. Would take the rookie win if the flag goes out now. Rashid Al-Daheri seems to have settled down and shaken off the pressure from Stolchamanis, and he's going on the attack once again, as he was before on Maxime Rem. Battle for 8th incoming, I feel, here in the background. There's the red and white Prema of Alex Powell, who's charging after Gustav Jonsson. And then behind that, Maxime Rem looks like he could be coming under pressure shortly. Alex Powell flying. 1:42.8, trying to close in. There he is in the red and white Prema, the only one in vision. Doing great things here is Alex Powell. Trying to close down Gustav Jonsson. Stolchamanis, meanwhile, the driver who is closest to him in the rookie title fight, would need to try and get past Maxime Rem to try and get by him. Slater, Yamakoshi up the hill through turn 9. Here we see Akshay Bora. Last time around, Akshay Bora found 0.2 of a second. Oh, and Keen Nakamura Berta found the gravel that time. So Akshay Bora is starting to turn the pace up in 3rd place. And that time around, Akshay Bora matched both Slater and Yamakoshi for pace. Round turn 12, heading towards the final 2 corners. Gianmarco Pradel doing a really good job in 5th, a driver 12th in the championship. Here we go, this is their battle for 8th we were talking about. Maxime Rem in the predominantly black livery car under a lot of pressure in 8th. He's got Al Deheri there in the blue and black, and then in the red and white Prema, that's Stolchemanis. Just behind that, the AIX livery car, Maximilian Popov. Down the start-finish straight. Here we go towards turn 1. Great camera angle there. You see him disappearing over the crest and down towards the first corner. Will we see that turning off? I tell you what, Maxime Rem is dealing with this pressure very well so far. He could see in his mirrors he's got a huge queue of cars behind him, but he's just keeping his eyes pinned on Alex Powell. And with that, it's now Stolchemanis, 3rd in queue, who looks to be the one most likely to make an attack. Everyone being very, very consistent today, and with that, they're finding it hard to make their moves, waiting for the mistakes to happen. As I say that, last time around, the gap came down once again between Yamakoshi and Slater, only by around 300ths, but it's coming down to those fine margins between them. Now, when we talk about fine margins, that camera angle demonstrates it. Oh, wow. One of the Premas there going right to the gravel. I wouldn't like to hazard a guess as to who that was, but one of them almost going in the gravel. That's what you've got to go for, though, because that corner, you get a good exit from there, you can make a move. Bad exit, you lose a place. Here we go. Will we see a move in this queue? Stolchemanis in the red and whites. Will we see him make a move? Al Deheri ahead. Any one of these drivers could be on the attack here. As soon as one makes a mistake, they could drop 4 or 5 places in a flash. Out front, we've seen this happen in Euro 4 between Slater and Yamakoshi, and in this championship as well. They are just matching each other for pace every single lap. It's superb between Slater and Yamakoshi. Look at that, that's a great graphic from the team in the gallery. That is what we are dealing with between Slater and Yamakoshi. Nothing to choose between them. And Bora, he's staying at the same gap as well. It's not just Slater and Yamakoshi. Bora is staying at the same gap. Nakamura Berta is staying at a similar gap, but Akshay Bora has just done the fastest first sector. Look at that with Akshay Bora. Pretty much matching them, bar lap 7 where he dropped away, and we said he was a couple of tenths off. Other than that, pretty much exactly the same. And this time, he's responding, Bora. Fastest first sector. Yes, I remind you, this is the Italian F.4 Championship. That's how competitive this is. Whoa! Someone went surfing there, briefly. Once again, that queue, that curve can be so vicious, drag you right off into it. And once you're a wheel off, you can become 4 wheels off very, very quickly. Less than 5 to go. Down the start-finish straight. Gianmarco Pradel is getting in danger of being under a lot of pressure for 5th place now. Gustav Jonsson has been just nabbing away at that gap. There we see it come into frame. That's Nakamura Berta in 4th, who's keeping a good advantage to Bora, but it's behind where I think we might see the fight. Jonsson doing a great job. Gianmarco Pradel in 5th. Freddie Slater, I remind you, if it stays as it is, he becomes the champion, and we will also see Prema Racing becomes the team's champion. Freddie Slater is doing a superb job. He's on your screen now. This would be a record-equaling 13th win if he takes us to the line, Freddie Slater. And with that, he would be the 2024 Italian F4 champion. Prema Racing will take an 8th team's title. That would be confirmed. And he would do it in the most dominant fashion with 13 wins. I say that in terms of the number of wins. He's got Yamakoshi keeping him very honest out there. That needs to be recognised. Likewise, Akshay Bora as well. There's been some superb performances from them. And look at this, side by side. This is the battle we were talking about. Rashid Al-Daheri's gone through, I think. There might have been a change there. And there goes Stolchamanis. So Stolchamanis through. Maxim Rem has dropped back. So change. That's Al-Daheri up to 8th, it looks like. And Stolchamanis through. And there we said you can drop positions in a flash. That's what's happening to Maxim Rem. Possible mistake somewhere, and Al-Daheri is through to 8th, Stolchamanis is through to 9th, and now we're side by side. In the background, Maximilian Popov to the left of screen, Maxim Rem in the all-black livery to the right of screen, Rem round the outside of Popov, and Rem holds that position. And this is allowing Al-Daheri and Stolchamanis to escape away from out front in 8th and 9th. 2 minutes to go. This is now the battle for 10th place, as that graphic demonstrates. They're all queuing up behind. Olivieri, Edu Robinson, Ethan Ishia, Linho Denius, all right there, right behind them. Down the hill and round turn 5 we go. Less than 2 minutes to go. Another lap ticked off by our leader, and a big slide there from Maxim Rem. Definitely just trying to relieve that pressure now is Rem. Having lost a couple of places, Popov trying to capitalize on this. Whoa, big sending coming from the number 21. That's Ethan Isher. That would have been very brave, but Ethan Isher gave it a go, and Linho Denius now trying to do the same, and there goes Maximilian Popov by Maxim Rem, change for 10th place. Popov through, Rem under pressure now to possibly lose another place to Emanuele Olivieri out the final corner, down the start-finish straight, and a twitch there from Rem. He's going to be losing speed now down the straights. Might have to get on the defence here. Olivieri right there behind. And look at this, we're going to be too wide in the background as well between Robinson and Isher. Isher down the inside of Edu Robinson. To the outside goes Olivieri, round the outside of Maxim Rem. That's very brave there. Maxim Rem just holding on round the outside there of Olivieri. Great racing between both drivers there, gave each other the room. Round turns 1, 2 and 3. Great respectful racing there between Maxim Rem and Emanuele Olivieri. Exactly what you want to see. And they're still side by side, coming round turn 4. Maxim Rem to the right of screen. Emanuele Olivieri to the left of screen. Down the hill they go. Ethan Isher is by Edu Robinson for 13th and is now charging after these two as well. You can see him in the background in the Genta car getting closer. There he is in the blue and black livery. Ethan Isher right by these guys. We are getting towards the final lap. And with that, that could mean we are getting ready now to crown our champion for 2024. But for now, let's just enjoy this battle, because it's one you can't take your eyes off. Round turn 12 and in towards the final 2 corners. Here we go across the line. Freddie Slater, Hiyu Yamakoshi and Akshay Bora. Akshay Bora right there behind. Hiyu Yamakoshi has closed the gap right down to Akshay. Freddie Slater leading ahead of Hiyu Yamakoshi and Akshay Bora. Slater just needs to take it to the line now, and he will be the champion for 2024. Prema Racing will be the team's champions for 2024. In the background, it's not over though between Hiyu Yamakoshi and Akshay Bora. The battle for second right on. Akshay Bora has done a superb job here to close this gap down to Hiyu Yamakoshi. Will we see an attack here from Bora? Slater, meanwhile, just getting a little bit of a gap over these two drivers. Half a lap to go. Oh, and a big moment there for Yamakoshi. Could that open an advantage to Bora? This would be the final chance, I think, for Bora. Doesn't quite manage to close in. But let's focus our attention on Freddie Slater. He's driven a superb season. This will be a record-equaling 13th win for the British driver. We began Italian F4 10 years ago. We've had some fantastic champions with that. Many of them have gone all the way to the top. And I think we are watching a driver in the process of doing exactly the same. Freddie Slater is the Italian F4 champion of 2024 with a record equaling 13th win of the season. What a result for Freddie Slater. He adds to the titles he's already won in the Ginetta Junior Championship and the F4 UAE Championship as well. Leading the Euro 4 title, he now becomes the Italian F4 champion. Hiyu Yamakoshi second, Akshay Bora third. And with that, Freddie Slater is our driver's champion. Prema Racing are our team's champions. There he is. Freddie Slater confirmed he is the driver's champion for 2024 in the Italian F4 Championship. Prema Racing, our team's champions for 2024. It's a 7th driver's title for Prema Racing, an 8th team's title for Prema Racing. Well done to Hiyu Yamakoshi on the podium once again. Akshay Bora put up a fantastic effort to finish third. Nakamura Berta takes a rookie win. Jean-Marco Pradel, well done to him. Held off the pressure from Gustav Jonsson. Alex Powell, another good effort from him in 7th. And well done to Thomas Stolchamanis. 8th place, Rashid Al-Daheri. Great racing with Maximilian Popov as well. 10th place, he had to battle away with the likes of Emanuele Olivieri, who put on a great show with Maxim Rem, Ethan Isher, Edu Robinson, Lynn Houdenius. That was our main focus for much of the race, the battling going on between the likes of 7th down to 15th. Davide Larini, Gauda, Kostic, Zavinkov, Frankot, Vilsoneru, Darianani, Samelisto, Schwartz, Bondarev, and then we had Holguin, Beaton, Anorag, Frey, Enzo Ye as well. And after that, we also had Stack and Betterby. Sadly out of the race, of course, we had an incident at the start of the race which took several drivers out. But it's a title-defining race for Freddie Slater and for Prema Racing. I've got to say, personally, I've been watching Freddie Slater since he was 8 years old, and he has been such a superb driver to watch all the way through. He's been breaking records since his very early ages of his career, since he began karting when he was 8 years old. And it's really no surprise to see him doing the same now. A record equaling 13th win, and he adds another title to his list. Ginetta Junior Champion in 2023, F4 UAE Champion earlier this year, now Italian F4 Champion. He's becoming quite the package, isn't he, Freddie Slater? He joins an elusive list of champions. Champions we already see racing in Formula One, some who are going there next year. Freddie Slater, there's going to be lots of eyes on him now and lots of excitement around where he goes next, because he has become the champion in the most dominant of fashion. Well done, Freddie Slater. Hugely, hugely deserved title. I don't think that will be his last. Many more to come from this young man. It's been a huge, huge privilege to call that race for Freddie Slater. What a moment for him and his team. I've got to say, Craig Boyd's there with him, has worked with Freddie Slater since he was just a young kid in karting. Craig Boyd, who he clapped hands with there when he got out the car. Big congratulations to Craig Boyd, who's worked with Freddie Slater since they were working as a team together in karting. They've done a fantastic job working together. Well done to Prema Racing. When Freddie joined Prema Racing, they've done a superb effort going over to the Middle East, winning that title, and now winning this title as well. And a well done to his family as well. Freddie isn't the only one racing. His brother Alfie, Bobby's racing as well, and he's hugely supportive of them. But today it's all about Freddie Slater. And there's going to be lots of celebrations for him. Huge, huge congratulations to him and the ADD management team as well, who've supported Freddie Slater for a long time. A well done to them. They put him in the best position to be a success. Well done to all the team and to Freddie Slater. Well, this was the start of the race. Jack Beaton sadly getting away slowly. In the background, we had a few more stallers which caused that collision. All drivers walked away from their cars. We did get down to turn one with that going on in the background. One driver going through the escape route. That was Alexander Savinkov. Once we did get going, we had quite a lengthy period behind the safety car, 15 minutes to be exact, with 4 cars needed to be cleared up. This was a big lock-up for Rashid Al-Dahiri, who had a great battle with Thomas Stolchemanis. But out front, the 2024 Italian F4 champion would be confirmed. A record equaling 13th win for Freddie Slater. 4 races to go, but the champion is confirmed. And I'll tell you what, that record could be shattered. Keep an eye on this young man. You will see a lot more of him in the future. A huge, huge talent, very exciting. And at the moment, he shared with someone he's worked very closely with since his very junior career. Congratulations to Freddie Slater, his whole team, his parents as well. I know they're going to be celebrating this one. I'm sure it's going to be a hugely, hugely supported, hugely proud moment for them as well. Well done to all of them. We'll get ready for the podium. We'll get on to the podium now. Akshay Bora out there, Hiyu Yamakoshi. Get ready for Freddie to come out now. There he comes out, the driver's champion. I'm sure his father Adrian will be very, very proud. Both his parents, all his family will be very proud of this moment. Freddie Slater comes out. He is the driver's champion for 2024. What a moment. He joins that list of Lance Stroll, Ralph Aaron, Marcus Seabear, Marcus Armstrong, Enzo Fittipaldi, Dennis Hauger, Gabriele Mini, Ollie Behrman, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Kasper Stuka. Next to join that list since we began in 2014, Freddie Slater. He does it with still 4 races remaining and a record equaling 13th win. And there we go. Freddie Slater, drivers champion. Well done to him. We come back for the final race at 5:20. Join us then. For now, it's goodbye.